Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for, Tuesday, August the 16th. Tuesday, August the 16th. Today's Young and the Restless episode moved along pretty slow to me. They just had some scenes, opens up with Chelsea fooling around. This is a job she and Billy are doing, this podcast. She's all laid back, slouched in the chair, popcorn all over the floor, just smacking, eating pop, just like she's so, her agenda is so prevalent or evident or forefront in her face. She wants to take Billy into this personal space of hers. See, she's even trying to take him out of the workspace, which is why she's trying so hard to bring Johnny in the mix, to make this a personal thing with Billy. She's all laid back and she's even throwing popcorn on him. And Billy's trying to straighten up so that they can focus, so that they can get to work. And she's so busy trying to play, trying to Lily will put a stop to that. Like if Lily, I thought about it. I said, now, if Lily walked into the room and saw all of that, especially with Chelsea, because Billy was focused, but you could clearly see what Chelsea was doing. What would Lily say? And as a matter of fact, Chelsea would have straightened up right away, right? Ooh, ooh. She would have straightened up because she knows what she's doing. But then towards the end, you see Billy lean back in his seat, foot up on the desk. And I said, see, no, Billy, don't fall for that. Please don't fall for that. But guess what? He's falling for it. He truly is. And then Chelsea's laughing, and then they're just talking. Get out of here. I mean, that podcast can't be doing that well. What are the real numbers on it? I kind of think his grinning soul is doing better than the podcast the two of them are doing together. And then we get Victor calling the whole family together, trying to discuss a strategy, and he's telling them that Chance has evidence now. One of the security guards left the button and down on the scene. And so Nick is saying, okay, all the more reason. Let's go to the police. Let's tell them what happened. Let's tell them the truth. And Victor's like, that's not what we're doing. I'm going to get this. I'll take care of this, but that is not what we're doing. So Nicholas is just brooding. Oh, see, this is why Nicholas should have left well enough alone, period. And he said, but Mom can go to jail. We all could go to jail because of something you did. And my whole thing is, bottom line, people, only they know that Victor told them. No one else knows. Like Victor said, that's why I didn't want to tell you. Well, everybody act like he didn't tell you. And if Victor goes down, he goes down alone. No, I didn't know. My father did what? It's like, Dad, you had your security team remove the body? Oh my, what? Oh, please. Just like they're acting, covering up, they need to act when the truth comes out that they didn't know. Nobody knew. How? There's nothing in what Victor did shows that the family was involved at all. So then guess what? Family, act like you didn't know. Because he's not going to say my whole family knew. He's not. So they're just bringing that whole turmoil up. And then we have, I tell you, Adam. I think today's whole show was based on pathetic Adam. Pathetic. Adam yesterday talks to Chance in the park. Let's team up, or either Friday. Let's team up. And Chance is like, no, I heard you in there talking to my wife, trying to get her to team up with you. No, there is no teaming up here, Adam. And then what does Adam do? Adam's at the coffee house yet again with Sally, saying, "Look, I thought about what you said, and I'll agree to your terms." But then before he said that, he was listening to Sally trying to get information out of Ray. I mean, Ray's on my mind, out of Chance. And Chance was smart enough not to give her any, but yet she was also smart enough not to give him any either. And I thought, give it up, Sally. He's a seasoned cop. He's not an amateur. So then Adam comes around and said, no, I was going to take you up on your offer, but I see you don't know anything. You were busy trying to get information out of Chance. And you see, that went nowhere. And she's like, yeah, I was trying to get information out of him, but I wasn't about to give him what I know. And then I'm not about to tell, Chance or you what Nick has told me in confidence. And then Adam starts changing his tune. Oh, but I was thinking about it, and we this and Sally pretty much shut him down and let him know, you know what? I'm even getting over us, because you're not even worth the space you're taking up in my head. And Adam is kind of looking at her like, wait, what? And I was like, wow, Adam, you're getting so incredibly desperate. And the funny thing is, and I don't understand why they're doing this with Adam's character. Adam is always calculating. The way they're writing Adam right now is desperation. Even have you noticed the expressions, the look on his face? It's like he's racing for desperation. Let's team up. I can help you. What do you know? Well, I mean, it's like, what is the purpose of all of this? I don't see where they're going with the whole Adam situation. And so what was interesting is at the end, and Chance is kind of getting at the end of his rope. And I think part of it is the pressure he's being internalizing. Do I go further and crack this case wide open, knowing it's going to take my wife's father down? Or do I let it go? That's what he's having a problem with. So when he sees Adam, he actually sees him as he's walking by him, but he tried to keep his head straight going to the bar. And Adam's like, if you're looking for Abby, she's not here. And so Chance turns around. He goes, I know she's not here. I'm picking up lunch for the office or department, picking up a lunch. And so then Adam is saying something, and then, I can help you. We should still team up. And Chance is like, you know what? Bottom line, you need to drop this. You need to drop it. And then Adam says something else, and he goes, and Chance sits down and he's like, had it. He goes, I've seen this in you before. This leads to a bad place. And he looked at him and he pointed his finger. You need to get a life. He's like, get a life, because this thing that you're doing is spiraling. And Adam's just looking at him. He goes, no, this is me. This thing is me. And Chance is just like, oh my God, well, we will never ever team up. That's not going to happen. Like, I don't need you. Please, Adam, So Adam is just looking once again, like, why won't he team up with me? Why won't he team up? Adam, it's like, man, is that like your drug of choice right now? I need a team. I need a teammate. I need a partner in crime or something, man. So of course, tying it back into the meeting Victor had with the family, Nick says, okay, then I need to go see Sally, because I understand you already told her to squash the story, but Nick was saying we need to control the narrative. And so he goes into Sally's office, of course. There he is with Sally and talking to Sally and trying to fill her out. And Sally says that she's not going to, she's going to leave pretty much well enough alone with that story, and that, look, they'll say whatever they have to say. But in general, bottom line, they're in-house. They're Newman Media. they don't have to report negative stuff on the company. They could leave that to others. As a matter of fact, really, to Newman Media should be the outlet to counteract some of the negative stuff versus trying to lead with the negative. No, you protect the house if you work for the house, if you're part of the house. So she suavely, I mean, Sally will run rings around Nick Newman, rings around him. Nick cannot handle a person that can outthink him, and Sally can outthink him. See, Phyllis never tried to really outthink Nicholas. Phyllis was always her own worst enemy. Sally too. Sally's her own worst enemy. But Phyllis was always either getting out of a mess she created for herself, like a chaos dynamic. And Nick would accept her for her, except when it came to if she did something he didn't like against his family. Oh, no. That was my sister. That was my brother. That one, no, never my brother. Okay, but that was my mother you don't like, or that's my father you're talking about, even though I'm not talking about him right now, or I'm talking negatively about him. Don't you talk about him. But Sally is an ultimate like manipulator. And she's a stonewaller, and she's gonna just run rings around Nick, and he'll fall right into that trap, especially when he's in this I killed a man phase. So we shall see, because the last scene, Nick is sitting down listening to Sally, and the look on his face, this is the second time they've showed it, the look on Nick's face. Wow, I'm impressed by her. And the look on Sally's face, like, yeah, you're impressed with me. Be impressed by me, because I got more of this to come. That's going to be hilarious. Those two are going to get together briefly, though, because Nick Newman is not Sally Spector's type, not in the least. He is too boring, too humdrum. Jack Abbott was never going to be Sally Spector's type, never in her life. Adam is her perfect match, and that is the truth. Those two deserve each other. So I did find some comments, because sometimes YouTube hides the comments from Friday. Annette says that Diane looked like she was dressed for a wake versus working for a fashion house, in her opinion. That was pretty funny. And then we had a comment by, let's see, the best part of Phyllis, and this is from Libby, the best part of Phyllis and Summer's lunch was Phyllis saying what she said about Diane. She was saying she wasn't going to let that back from the dead zombie trash her new Marchetti job. She said she howled. That was so funny when Phyllis said that. As a matter of fact, when Phyllis said that, Summer did a little snicker. But she was trying to contain herself, because she's not supposed to be advocating talk like that, But that's pretty much as far as Phyllis went with that conversation. And then Libby was saying, once again, someone changing jobs makes sense. Makes as much sense as the opposite of going from a artist to head of New Hope. Okay, from doctor to CEO of a music company. Phyllis is going from hotel manager to home and design over that department, but that makes a little more sense. Phyllis has more experience in that. We got Diane going from architect to PR. Now that doesn't make sense, So those were my Young and the Restless comments. Yes. So thank you for those comments. Thank you. Let's see what tomorrow, August the 17th episode is going to be about. It's Wednesday, so it'll probably be that middle of the week humdrum, but I will be right here giving a recap for the Young and the Restless.